Hello everyone, this is Cookies, and I think this is turn 26 of the second round of Lucis Tournament, and looks like we've got a bunch of action here. We've got a scroll bar for our events page, and a few messages. This is really a monument to how terrible late age gameplay is, and to some extent the other ages has gotten. Everyone just slamming giant piles of garbage into each other for 30 turns is beyond boring. The only way to handle it is pure cheesy gameplay. Well, we have some delicious cheese for Atlantis to try. Oh my, here we go. Looking forward to it. Because I haven't really figured out how he plans to deal with these Atlantean stacks. So I'm looking forward to maybe seeing how he has figured them out. We've got a lot of Atlantis attacks, though. All right, from TNG. Well, the good fortune keeps rolling in. I got the Adventurer random event, which snagged me 3 healers and 2 mages. Simply amazing luck to pick up a few healers. I agree. In other news, I had a bit of a change of direction after receiving 2 diplomatic envoys. Marignon instantly asked for a nap, which means if I ignore them, they know something is up. Well played, Marignon, asking for that. They left their options for vulturing open until the last second. At the same time, and they've also kept a lot of troops at home, I think, for that reason. At the same time, Agartha asked if I could help fight Atlantis, which got me thinking. I only have a 2-province border with Marignon, which is a fairly small choke point to have to fight through. However, I have a quite large border with Atlantis, meaning that I have much more to gain from fighting them, and once I hit Enchantment 6, Atlantis has no native answer to Rigor Mortis and Foul Vapor plays, given their lack of nature magic. I don't know that that's entirely true. Atlantis can definitely get a lot of white mages. I'm not sure. I mean, that's something I like doing. I don't think a lot of players like doing that. It's kind of expensive, but if Atlantis did pick up a lot of white mages, they could absolutely fight under Rigor. And I'm not sure how TNG would deal with the underwater forts. I still like the idea of fighting Kalem potentially, but it seems like they're going to respond to the Diplo envoys for 2v1s. With that being said, I did end my nap with Atlantis this turn. Whether they accept it or negotiate out of it, I think it will end in my favor. Yeah, and if I'm Atlantis, I think I would offer the land I vultured from Padala. I think that would be reasonable. Except I think he might have vultured a fort or found a fort, and I wouldn't want to give that away. We'll see. He's got a lot of troops, and his troops are really good. They don't give a shit about composite bows. Maybe he can fight the two-front war. I don't know that he would want to fight the two-front war. I think it'll depend how Agartha's cheese works out this turn. I was able to negotiate a 10-turn minimum nap with Atlantis. Oh, here we go. In exchange for the rest of the Satis Cave system and 136. We'll see later if this little stunt was worth only 3 provinces or if it... I would have asked for more. Holy shit. I think you got bought off a little cheap there. I don't know about that. But if it lets him go fight Kalem, maybe it's worth it. As long as he tries to finish the Kalem War before Atlantis finishes the Agartha War. And it does let you come back. If Atlantis does win that, I think you would be able to get a coalition against the dirty underwater fort nation, potentially. We'll have to see. Okay. Got a new prophet from Man. Humbert. Alright. So first up, we have Man attacking Kalem. Got a Bakamoto raid. This might be... As long as they hold their morale, they'll win. It's always the question with goblins. Alright, morale holds. They lose 9. Agartha attacking Atlantis. Got a small squad of crossbows against what looks like one PD. That's a scout. Might just be what got left on the cap. Alright. I kind of like this. I know it was 2 units, but it was just enough to where if he left the unit, it wouldn't have just routed to a scout pinging to free the fort. But if a scout pinged to fight to free the fort, the scout and the sacred would have won. So I kind of like it. Calum attacking some barbarians. Not a lot here. Go ahead and use this opportunity to turn on colored squares. And then next we get 4 Atlantean attacks. So first up, we've got a whole bunch of Ice Guard. They're going to kill some PD. I don't think we need to watch that. And then another Atlantean attack. He's dipping down into the caves. Here go the mercs. Of all the units to send into the caves, the ones with the giant stat penalties, I'm not sure about. Because don't his Ice Guard have... Let me go back. Don't they have dark vision? Yeah. So I would think I'd rather send Ice Guard down there. And Roka. But, I mean, it worked out, so it doesn't matter. Just more PD. And these raids are just taking land. And they're enough that I think they take an Agarthan army to be, in many respects, unless he gets some clever attack rear. Yeah, I don't even know if... Didn't even lose anyone there. Scored 32 kills. Okay. Man attacking Nilmeria. This is the siege Calum was running. The fort was cracked. Let's see. We've got crossbows. We've got the Earthbound in a big square. But there's no mage here. And then we've got a big square of Raven Guard. I wonder why they're in a big square. Because we've seen Gifts from Heaven. This seems like it would maximize pain to Calum. Got Kaka back here. Got a couple of mages. I wonder how fast these guys are going to fly in. Man has all sorts of scattered troops. Presumably to catch the flyers, because I think every squad is a different check for attack rear. We have the Grey Enchantress showing up. No gems. This Air 3 Magister Arcane. I think what this is this stuff might be retreating. It's either retreating or he's going to launch a few Gifts from Heaven prayers, but I think it's going to be retreating, and this stuff is to buy time. We'll see. Okay. Well, the mages are sticking around a little. Got Hal. Oh, they're doing flight and then running. Okay. Well, I think he got everyone out that he cared about, assuming retreat routes are open. Grey Enchantress, Magister Arcanes. The rest of the army took horrendous casualties. They killed 7 Raven Guard. Atlantis going into Silent Wetlands. So Calum forcing hard choices onto Man. Unfortunately, the Atlantean troops really do just feel better. I think this is hotter. Alright, so we have 16 protection here. And this is heat 1. Okay, so that's what Agartha is going to have to punch through here, is 16 prot. With 15 damage short swords, it's going to be hard. They can do it at least. It's a lot easier than like 22 or 23 prot. We have some body ethereal. Unfortunately, they've got magic weapons. Body ethereal doesn't do a whole lot. Well, I guess it helps versus the coral blades. They actually managed to route the Ice Guard, which HP routes. Okay, so Agartha does win that one. Kills 14, loses 4 Cave Knights. That's 300 gold lost. It's like 100. I'm not sure on 8 times 16. I can do the math for that. 128. Okay. It's like 200. Similar gold losses. Probably a little bit extra for Atlantis with the retreat. Alright, Atlantis. Oh, I guess we saw that one. Nothing here. So Agartha moving her big army, not finding much. Satis attacking in Satis, trying to free his cap. Not a lot here. I think we're going to get some point buffed Royal Guard. 6 point buffers, that's pretty good. A little bit of banishment help. Ooh, the Tomb Kings are rolling out. Or at least the Lizard Kings. Let's see. We got Empoisoners. Keeper of Tombs. Pyromancers, yeah, and Tomb Kings. Everyone's showing up. These guys are actually pretty disgusting. 50 hit points, 11 protection, 19 MR. Very high MR. Actually good stats. They have a snake staff with a strong poison. So they've got a built-in magic weapon. They're Holy 3, they can smite. There's a fair number of these Tomb Chariots. Petrification effect is from Word of Stone, which is the Satis Smite. Those that aren't familiar. Alright. A few brave lads trying to hold back the horde of undead, and they aren't quite able to pull it off. So they take out 24 tomb chariots, I guess all of the tomb chariots, and yeah, they get wiped out, but the mages got away. Alright. That was here. Next up is Borwoods. We've got the dragon out raiding all by himself. Alright. Find some PD. What was that? That was Borwoods in Small C. Marignon even going underwater now with the Virtue. Okay. Atlantis going after Borwoods. Right, no, we were past that. Pyrene going after Sleepy Mountains. All right, this one had a lot of resources, so it'll be a good get for Pyrene. Send in a few Mouflon. Clear up that PD. Then we've got Satis going after Bergamum. I guess pinging what used to be a Marinese army. Another 4 Atlantean attacks. Kunaral. These Atlantean groups just move in. Alright, I don't think we need to see the rest of that. In Glowing Caverns. Yep, another group. I don't know that we need to see this either. Yep, no casualties in Pustinia. Oh, the other group of mercs. Now, 20 for protection is not going to help you versus barbs as much as you would think. Although they are holding fairly well. And the barbs have routed. Damn. I would have thought they'd lost more. I'm not gonna lie. They don't lose anyone. Damn. In Zoglia, Ice Guard are good. Another little raid. Okay. In Iron Peaks. Small Agarthan counter raid. A little bit of body ethereal. Should go fine. Man attacking Agartha. Trying to retake some of that vultured land. Okay. I mean, that's one way to do it. Then another Atlantean attack, this time in Flemistan. This is very budget, but against 1 PD should work fine. All right. And then we have a fort storming. So Caleb's going to go ahead and storm Nilmaria. Should go fine for them. Not much inside. I don't think we need to watch that. Loses 9 Raven Guard to the tower guards on the wall. And then we have a number of indie attacks, so Tianqi eating 2 of them. Some giant rats. This guy has Boots of Long Stride. He will swiftly... Oh, he defends. Alright. And then in Coast Haven... Oh my. A thing of many eyes. Now, it has the slowest combat speed and no map move. We've got a Water 2 mage here, who tried to dagger it. I think that's a reasonable response to this. It was just a weakness attack. Does it do damage? We could be here a while. 8 HP. He's not even horror marked. Where did this come from? Interesting. Oh, I guess he tried to summon it. Alright. And then a couple indie attacks on Marignon. We got trolls. No issues there. And another one attacking Marignon. Ronin. Oh man. Very high attack, reasonably high damage. They'll probably clear out this PD unless they route. Alright, I mean, that's kind of unlucky to get hit by indie attacks that strong. In Ul's Sashir, good grief, I can't say that. We've got Ettins. Oh, that's fun. We'll see if they route. Yep, they routed. And then in Lowmark... Man, I hate these Centaur attacks. It's so many Centaur. You can actually PD dump a province and probably lose a fair number of those PD dumps. Especially in like EA and MA. All right. Well, let's take a look at the map. Let's see. I thought Atlantis attacked underground this turn. Yeah, down here. So he's taking over this cave system from Agartha. Alright, well, we didn't get to see the cheese this turn. At least I don't think. Atlantis just looking more and more dominant. The two Agarthan armies are pretty far apart right now. He did cut income, which is pretty important. So all this did not collect income this turn. And that was kind of funny. Man came in, counterattacked here. But, alright. But this army is in position in this siege now, if it can win the battle, which I have my doubts. These Iceguard have proven damn near indestructible. It is Heat 1 there, though. But even there, they've got 16 protection. They've just been very tough. Yeah, I don't know. This group looks like it's about to go back on the cap, or at least it's threatening the cap. If this group moves back, we might start getting close to the point where this fort can be cracked, but I've got no idea. We've got new groups that can, well, this group's probably going to deviate to take care of this, but we've got a new group, new raiding group heading south. Looks like we've got a new group here that can head south. So Atlantis just pouring on the pressure. But Agartha still has a fair number of forts. A lot of them are not under siege right now. So still has 5 forts to produce from, just doesn't have a lot of territory. Okay. And then we've got Tianchi, who I guess is just scaling. I don't know about this diagonal war idea, even if you don't like the matchup. I think the one I would still choose is Calum. And maybe you can get Man's Eternal Gratitude for that. We'll have to see. At a minimum, he can take these 2 thrones, though. What happened here? Oh, he's patrolling out scouts. Smart. Okay, and then down here, Pyrene's gotten their resources back. I like how Agartha cares so much about this farmland. It is a lot of gold. It's 46,000 population. So it's very understandable. It's just kind of funny because it's out of the way. It's not really helping all of his production. Aside from giving him the gold to use these other forts. Pyrene, on the other hand, feeling pretty limited, but at least they'll force a reasonable response to take their capital. Man's trying to rebuild their armies, but it's really tough. His Bakemono can sneak back to Ostmark. These troops, maybe he can merge everything together and put up a stand in Durland. He's got 21 PD there. And I presume this is the next logical step that this Calum army goes to. Assuming they raid here and here. It's just tough for Man. Those Earthbound were super tanky. All right. And we've got Marignan and Satis. So Satis freed his capital. This fort is not cracked, shockingly. 290 troops could not crack 500 wall integrity. We do have some troops on the way, but I don't know if it's enough to really put down Satis. I think you'd have to rotate some of these troops over. He's upgrading to a citadel. I don't know about a citadel. Generally speaking, I normally prefer to just have more forts than super upgraded forts. I mean, First Gate is very nice, though. I think Marignan's okay, just kind of taking it slow. I mean, we'll see what this does. If it goes here, we'll know, but if it goes here, I think we can reasonably assume it wants to go for the throne. I mean, it can move here, all this stuff could move here, and then he could take the throne. I still think that sets him up to attack Calum, especially if some of this stuff comes over here and gets ready to attack this throne. Then depending on how you do in the throne battles, that can determine who you attack. But yeah. So the Marion and Satis war seem, despite Satis freeing their cap, it seems to be kind of winding down a bit. Satis has to win one, maybe two more battles. It would help if they moved out some more troops over there, but they don't feel the need just yet. Not sure if Satis has great answers to the Virtue, although they do have magic weapons on those Tomb Kings, so that could get pretty risky for them. And then Atlantis definitely has the upper hand on Agartha so far. Agartha still has some fight left. As does Man with Calum. Pyrene's still not under siege or dead yet. So we've got some people closing down wars or attempting to, but we only have one true free agent, that's Tianchi. So I think Tianchi could absolutely have an impact on some of these wars. It's just what they choose to do, or if they just want to scale. Apparently they got a few provinces from Atlantis. Let's see which ones. Ten-turn minimum nap. I think I would rather do a 10-turn peace and then a nap 3 with Atlantis, if you're going to do something like that. But a 10-turn nap with an underwater player is also kind of golden. Satis Cave System, 136. Although I would go and look up if the nap broke before. Satis Cave System? Wait, what? 136? All right, well, let's see this one. Oh, wow. Okay. Where does this go? So these three? 170 gold. 270 gold. That's okay, I guess. You really want this throne then, if you're going to try and hold on to it. I don't know. I understand Atlantis doesn't want to give up this. He's fighting over this. Doesn't want to give a border to this throne. So he wants to hold this, so he's giving land where he can up over here, including the border to the Throne of Dreams. I think he could have gotten more. Yeah, he's trying not to give away this stuff too. I think he at least could have gotten this as well, like these two. Maybe a fort. I don't know. Probably could have done some tougher negotiations. I don't know. I mean, maybe you have to fight him a little bit to get him to give it to you, but I mean, Golden Throne would be super nice too. Like just like this whole border region and the caves. I mean, you're a free agent. You should be willing to throw your weight around a little bit. But I mean, a 10-turn nap with an underwater nation is pretty good. I still think there's opportunities here against Calum. Earthbound are very tough to deal with. But a cavalry charge is with a bunch of lances is also tough. Maybe he just wants to go deal with thrones and build up. We will have to see. He's got some trogs to deal with. That wasn't even this turn. He should have gone and Like, you got 90 units here. Just go kill the trogs. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, he's in pretty good shape. Magical Grove in the forest. They want to lead a rescue party. Oh, I think you just need one of the adventurers to go, so you can take one of the normal commanders and a bunch of troops and go do that. I'd do that event chain, I think. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but it sounds rewarding. What happened here? That was the rats. Any assassinations here? No. Okay. Well, I mean, we had a lot of battles, but not a whole lot of substance. Mostly just Setesdalfrina's capital. So I think we can leave this one a little bit short today. Maybe we have some setup for next time. We might have a fight here on Frosted Peaks. I think Atlantis would take this fight. Could also have a fight on Agartha's Cap. If these two groups move on and he tries to defend it with this army does have to make a choice, though, and I think it might lose no matter what it does. Unless the dragon maybe comes in to help and routes some stuff. He did move on to Packwoods, so he's writing that. He's getting free Dom spread down here too, which is pretty nice. Yeah. I'm not sure if we have too many other. I think Man's still needing to consolidate. I don't know that Tianqi's ready to go on a throne just yet. We might just have one big battle, I think. I don't think we're going to have a big fight with that army. So yeah, a lot of conflict, but I think we might have a small lull in the conflict as armies get set up. We might get a big Setesdalfrina fight. So maybe 2 big fights next turn. We'll have to see what happens. Although this fort isn't cracked yet, so he doesn't have to this turn as long as he doesn't get pinned in his cap. But he might take the chance to go for it. Let's see. All right, so I think that's it for this time. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.